Testing, testing. Hello everyone and welcome to another broadcast tonight of Legacy Team Productions as we are streaming and bring to you the number 6 ranked 7-2 St. John's Lady Redskins as they take on the Morenci Wildcats ranked number 26th to a 4-6 record. Legacy Team Productions here, Jared Winters came up here and helped us set everything up. I'm Cale Hancock, Paul Hancock with me, and then up here in the booth with us on the camera is Sage Daly. Our officials tonight are Randall Allen, Stacy Gillespie, and Ronaldo Begay. The starting lineup for the St. John's Redskins tonight, led by Coach Ray Davis, is number 2, Olivia Richardson, number 4, Lucy Sundahl, number 11, Abby Wagner, number 13, Avalon Udall, and number 22, Ivana Richardson. Ivana tips the ball first, and Abby hits it and goes up for the layup and misses it with pressure from Morenci. Right off the gate for the Redskins. Olivia passed it in for the Redskins. Tries to get it to Udall, but is knocked down by number 20, Tiara Jones for the Morenci Wildcats. Richardson to try to pass it in again. Gets it to Wagner. Makes a man miss and goes for the jump shot, misses it, and Udall tried to hang on to the rebound. Jump ball is called as Udall and Jones were fighting for it. The starting lineup tonight for the Morenci Wildcats are number 1, Juliana Guzzo, number 5.
It's probably Guzzo.
Number 5, Mayeli Salazar. Number 10, Rosalind Funari. That ball is knocked out of bounds by Olivia Richardson. Number 12, Adriana Carbajal. And number 20, Tiara Jones.
Carbajal.
Sundahl with the ball for the Redskins. Tries to work around the Morenci defense, but turns the ball over. Wagner tips the pass. Yeah, but it stays Morenci's possession. There's a guy over and foul down in the paint called by Stacy Gillespie. Fouls on Avalon Udall for the Redskins. Funari makes the first. Second one is missed. Rebound by Olivia Richardson. Goes up. Oh no, she passes it to Ivana on the try to go in for the layup. Gave it to Ivana, and Ivana was right there to get the score for the Redskins. Now taking a 2-1 lead. And Sundahl gets it right back, and her pass just goes over Richardson's head. Morenci ball. The Morenci Wildcats are led tonight by their head coach, Albert Ortega. Udall tips that ball out of bounds. Salazar to pass it in front of the St. John's bench. Gets it to Jones. Morenci trying to work around this St. John's defense, who all season has been playing very physical and averages about 19 takeaways per game. Richardson with the rebound there off the missed shot.
Yeah, that's a tough one. She's trying to battle, get the ball. It's being tied up and throws it out of bounds. Gets double teamed there by Morenci.
Morenci with possession, goes for a three-point shot, misses it. You're all rushing for the rebound, and the ball goes out on Funari. So it'll be St. John's ball with Wagner passing it in. Sundahl gets it over to Olivia, who gets to, and that just slips right through Ivana's hands.
Good thing she wasn't playing goalie in soccer on that one.
Good thing.
I think she just had her focus somewhere else. Had already made the move before she caught the ball. She'll make up for it here in a second.
St. John's continuing with the tough defense. That foul in the paint. And Jones will shoot 2. Fouls on number 22, Ivana Richardson.
Yeah, they work so hard and they hustle. They chase the ball. They commit fouls. It's part of the game. Coach Davis knows that, understands that, and he lets them know that they have 5. So use them all, he says.
Jones makes the first and the second.
He just wants them to play aggressive.
St. John's now down at 1 point.
Or as your mother would say, aggressively.
Wagner to pass it in for the Redskins. Gets it to Ivana. Couldn't find a pass open, so she takes a shot herself. Olivia there with the rebound. Tries to get to Wagner. Just a little off target. Goes, and it'll be Morenci's ball. Salazar to pass it in. Gets it to Guzzo. So it gets over to Carbajal. St. John's playing tough, strong defense in the paint, but Jones dribbles right past it and gets the points for the Wildcats.
It looks like Morenci's got a little bit of height on them right now, so they're just going to have to work harder and box out.
Morgan Lee loses the ball there, but gets it to, but Richardson's there to get the ball back as Wagner turns the ball over. It's like that ball was tipped by Wagner and Udall's there for the takeaway. Wagner gets it over to Lee. Struggles to score under the ball there, but manages to keep possession. Gets it to Richardson, and Udall gets the score.
That's great basketball. Good give and go. Cut into the open spot. Good job.
That ball was tipped again by Wagner and goes out of bounds. It will be St. John's possession once again.
They've been well coached defensively. Busy hands and hands in the passing lane, so they're going to tip a lot of passes.
Lee gets it to Udall. She has to just go up and take the points herself, and she gets the lay-in for the Redskins.
Nice left-handed scoop shot.
She already has 4 points tonight out of the Redskins, 6 total. Ivana with the other 2. And that ball is tipped again. And Richardson gets it to Lee. And cutback gets it to Ivana. Nope, Olivia, and she gets the points there.
The same ponytail gets me too, Kale.
Morenci will take their first time out of the quarter as we are 3:32 left here in the first quarter. Each coach will have a talk with their team as we're at this break. Back from the timeout, Salazar to pass in for the Morenci Wildcats, and that goes way over the head of Guzzo, and Richardson tries to get the, hustles on trying to get the ball, but it goes out on her. Guzzo to pass in, Morenci gets it to Salazar. back to Guzzo. Over to Jones. And Jones with the jump shot. Misses. Udall with the rebound. Quickly gets it to Lee. Oh, that was a tipped by Guzzo there, and Sundahl is there to get the ball back to the Redskins. In the game for the first time tonight for the Redskins is number 53, Jordan Sinjini, freshman for the Redskins. Oh. Oh, that passes way over to the paint, and Carbajal could not hold on to the ball. It goes right out of bounds. St. John's the possession once again.
Morenci's extending their defense.
Richardson with the jump shot, misses it. Sinjini with the rebound. Lee with the shot. And Livio tries to come down with the rebound, but it goes out of bounds. It looks like it's tipped by Morenci defender. Abby Wagner and Evan Richardson re-enter the game as Livio Richardson and Abby Udall take a breather on the bench. Sundahl with a jump shot and scores and is fouled, so she'll have a chance for a three-point play here. Basket is good. Fouls on number 5. Chloe Couts. The free throw shot is missed. Vanna tries to get the bucket, and it goes out of bounds, tipped by Jones from Morenci.
Yeah, Jones got up and blocked that one, but just blocked it out of bounds. It's a good defensive play by Morenci.
Vanna gets it to Wagner, and Wagner is fouled by Juliana Guzzo. Her first of the night. Wagner passes into Lee. Lee gets over to Sinjini, who ran to get open, to Wagner, and tries to get to Lee over across the paint, and Morenci gets a takeaway. And that ball rolls out of bounds. Looks like it came off of St. John's player's foot. Number 11, Arwa. I'm not going to try that last name. It comes in for Morenci player.
Same. Asadoro, maybe?
Pass over the paint, goes off the rim, and it's like Funari is there for the rebound and points for the Morenci Wildcats. It's like the Bills answered back on the Broncos for NFL. Richardson's pass to Morgan down the bottom of the post, and Morgan gets in for the points. Goes out of bounds. It'll be St. John's ball. Looks like a bit of a fake handoff there from Sinjini.
You know, it's funny. You'll see a lot of these plays look similar to football plays.
Oh, it's scramble for the ball, and St. John's retains possession the entire time.
Yeah, they've got to get the shot up. They have about 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Vanna pump fake, steps back, and goes up for the shot again and gets the point. St. John's now 14-7 lead as we are almost under 30 seconds of play here. Oh, and Salazar gets a carry. Wildcats will be St. John's ball. Number 21, Rory Knight, enters the game for Morgan Lee.
An opportunity to extend the lead here.
With a Mahomey type pass there to Richardson, and looks like Richardson is fouled and will shoot 2 on the shot.
Mahomey type pass. That was Magic Johnson-esque. I know, you're going to be like, hey, who's Magic Johnson, Dad?
I know who Magic Johnson is, believe it or not.
Yeah, he finished early 90s. He retired from playing the game.
Richardson's first shot is missed, second is made.
Another tip ball, but goes back to Morenci.
Morenci just trying to make something happen against St. John's defense. Missed shot, Sundahl with the rebound, and now Knight gets it to Ivana, who's wide open down the paint, but misses the shot. Guzzo with the rebound.
3 seconds, 2.
And then not enough time left for Morenci to set up a shot. Great defense by St. John's right there to prevent a shooting opportunity for the Morenci Wildcats. As we end the first quarter, St. John's up 15-7. This is Legacy Team Productions, put together and founded by Judge Michael Latham. Jared Winters was up here earlier. Helps us all the equipment and streaming everything. Sage Daly's up here with us in the booth on the camera. And you hear the voice of Paul Hancock, the analyst, and Cale Hancock, the play-by-play.
So after a slow start, Cale, the Redskins, I think it was 5-1 Morenci. So they've gone on a 14-2 run to close out the first quarter. Looks like things are going in their direction splendidly.
Yeah. And St. John's did have a slow start to their season. Began regular season play 0-2 with losses from Holbrook and Round Valley. But ever since that loss to Round Valley, they've gone on a 7-game regular non-tournament win streak for games included in the rankings. Games entering tonight, including wins from Thursday and Monday. And a 3-second violation is called.
And just an FYI, the Buffalo Bills have tied the game at 23. No, I take that back. They kicked the PAT and are up 24-23.
14 unanswered points for the Bills so far. Josh Allen trying to make a... Ivana Richardson with a takeaway there. And gets it to her sister Olivia, who goes up for the lay-in. Misses it. Wagner with the rebound. And foul. Number 1 from Morenci. Yeah. First time in how many years Josh Allen hasn't had to go through Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Well, they showed the last 5 playoffs, and 2 were Holmes, 2 for...
Sundahl with the 3 from down in the corner.
2 from Mahomes, 1 from Burrow, 2 from Mahomes. So he's been in this position 5 times. 4 of them he's been denied by the Chiefs and Mahomes.
Tough defense from St. John's. Jones' shot is missed. And then
Richardson gets in a precarious position there, gets off balance, throws the ball off the Morenci player. And then she checks on her on the other side of the court, shakes her hand, says, sorry about that. Good sportsmanship. She flashed open in the post, but they didn't see her.
Jones with the takeaway for Wildcats, and one of the Richardsons was getting the takeaway there as Coach Ray Davis takes a 30-second timeout. 1 minute 18 seconds into this second quarter of play. St. John's now up 11 after what you described as the slow start for the Redskins.
Yeah, the defense is picking up the defensive intensity, the pressure, and it's creating turnovers, and they're getting easy shots and open shots on the other end. So the defense has shown a little bit of promise and starting to take over the game. I remember when I was playing at MPC, Coach Bud, the OG Coach Bud, Vince, We were getting ready to play one of our first games. We were a young team, and he could tell that everyone was nervous. He took us aside before the game started and said, guys, just be patient. Let the pressure take over. It will work. And it did. So just got to be patient.
St. John's out of timeouts and passing around, and Olivia Richardson is there for the weigh-in for the Redskins. Now up 13. Instinctive math. And a carry is called on Guzzo after facing pressure from Olivia. Wagner to pass in for the Redskins. Just near the Vril Heap signature on the floor. Vanna with the jump shot, rolls off the back of the rim, and a 5 for the rebound, and Udall is there to get the points right after the rebound. Just picked it up off the floor and then put it right in the net.
Good hustle.
And a great deflection there by Sundahl, just reached up in the air to deny the pass from Guzzo. Salazar to pass in for the Morenci Wildcats. So Guzzo back to Salazar. And Sundahl tips it again, and this time it goes St. John's way. As Udall is there to take the ball away, gets it to Olivia. She backwards passes it to Wagner. St. John's passing the ball around, trying to keep in their possession as Udall is fouled down in the paint as she tried to go for the score. She'll shoot two.
A lot of effort there by all the girls from St. John's, and Udall sticking with it and is able to get an opportunity for 2 free throws.
Udall's first is off the back of the rim. Susie Andrews enters the game for Abby Wagner. Udall's second shot goes right through. And that pass just sails way out of bounds. And it'll be St. John's ball once again. Morgan Lee enters for Lucy Sundahl.
That's one thing this year's team with Coach Davis, is he goes deep on that bench. And they all come in, play hard, are willing to shoot the ball, play defense. So they're going to be a tough team to beat, especially as they get a little bit more confidence.
Udall shot there is denied by Jones for Morenci. Morenci with the takeaway, and Arwa number 11 is there for the 3-point shot. First points in the second quarter for Morenci. Well, gets his Richardson back to Udall. And then Richardson to Richardson. Now Lee with the 3-point shot, and it hits off the back of the rim. Morenci with the rebound.
It's a lot of good unselfish play offensively by St. John's.
Just get the ball around and hope someone has an open lane for the shot. And with Jones, it's like got some revenge on Ivana by...
Ivana laughing that one off. Like, I got her, she got me, we're good.
Jordan Sinjani enters the game for Ivana. Now Morenci with a 3-point shot is missed. Udall there with the rebound. It's knocked away, but Lizo and gets the lay-in for the Redskins.
That ball was tipped away from Udall from behind and just right over to St. John's.
And that ball is tipped out of bounds by number 14, Susie Andrews. Now with the jump shot, miss, and Olivia with the rebound. Now tries to get it to Morgan and goes off the leg of Funari of the Wildcats. Now Lucy Sundahl re-enters the game for Olivia Richardson. And Funari applies too much pressure just enough pressure to get the takeaway. Knight and Wagner enter the game for Udall and Andrus. Sundahl gets it over to Morgan. Now once again, St. John's just passing the ball around to everyone. Morgan's three-point shot rolls out of the rim. Now Sundahl with the leaping jump shot there. Just bounces off of the rim.
Nice. Little baby hook there from Morenci.
That's Mayeli Salazar, number 5 for Morenci Wildcats. Now Rory Knight with the shot from the post, missed, and Jones is there for the rebound. And Salazar goes up for the left-hand layup and doesn't get it. Sundahl's there for the rebound and throws it over to Wagner. Now Morgan with the wide open shot, just a bit too much power on that, misses it off the side of the rim.
Yeah, Morenci's defense has kind of settled down a little bit and settled in, and is slowing the St. John's offense attack down.
Approaching 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. St. John's up 13. Hoping to extend this margin heading into halftime. Knight misses the jump shot there, and Jones is there for the rebound. Now Morgan putting lots of pressure on this Morenci offense. And that shot is missed. And Sinjini's there for the rebound. And Wagner, so she had a wide open lane, but now Lee has it. And her shot's missed.
I think she felt like she was going to get fouled on that, and so it went a little hard and just overshot the rim.
It's like Sinjini knocks the ball out there from Jones. And Wagner comes up with the ball. A nice footwork to keep herself and the ball in bounds. Morgan, the jump shot from the bottom of the post, gets in. Great effort there for the Redskins. And trying to keep the possession alive after the takeaway. Looks like Trace Nilsson just placed first at the Doc White tournament. Pinned his guy in 1 minute and 13 seconds.
Wow, that's impressive because I think he was playing wrestling.
Ooh, that is a rough foul.
Yeah, I think both the girls are going to come up a little slow on that one. Number 3's got a little bit of a limp, and Sinjini's like, oh, that one didn't feel good.
Sinjini will shoot after the foul.
Good job by our official to hustle in there and make sure there's no extracurriculars. But going back to Trace, the guy that he was wrestling with, I believe he was from Poston Butte, and was a pretty incredible wrestler on his own right. So Trace is just a man on a mission. We talked to him a little bit today, and he presses the pace of the match, and he's like, yeah, because I don't like getting tired. So he wants to get it over with before he can get tired. So good job, Trace.
Sage Platt and Hadley Charleston are in the game first time tonight for the Redskins. Ivana comes in for Sinjini.
Probably going to let her sit out for a second, see if she's hurt from that crash that she just had.
She made one of her 2. Now Jones with the long jump shot. Misses it, and Wagner is fighting for the rebound with Funari, and jump ball goes Morenci's way. 27 seconds left in the first half, and the shot clock is turned off. Passes in Jones, which misses a shot, and
it's the first foul on St. John's this quarter.
Shove on Ivana.
Just battling for the rebound. Morenci had a better position.
Ivana's second of the night. Bit of a pump fake there, then decides to settle back a bit, try to this offense set up now. Oh. Scuffle there for the ball. A couple shots, and Richardson comes up the rebound, and Sundahl gets a lay-in for the Redskins. And now the half is over. St. John's with a 18-point lead now going into halftime. When the Wildcats only held them Wildcats to 5 points this quarter, while I think St. John scored 18.
I believe that's correct.
Outscored Morenci 18-5. 18-7 after a bit of a slow start to the first quarter. This is Legacy Team Productions, and we'll be back after halftime. we are back from halftime. St. John's with an 18-point lead against the Morenci Wildcats here at Verl Heap Gymnasium. Richardson starts this off by passing it into Wagner. Now Sundahl with the jump shot. Misses it. Guzzo is there for the rebound for the Wildcats. Officials tonight on the court are Randall Allen, Stacy Gillespie, and Ronaldo Begay. And Sundahl there with the takeaway and the score to start off this half of the St. John's Redskins. Oh, and Sundahl is there trying to get a takeaway, knocked it down a bit, but just couldn't quite get the ball back. Morenci now slowing down their offense here, with St. John's continuing to inflict tough defensive pressure. And Richardson gets out the rebound and goes out of bounds. It'll be St. John's ball. Both Ivana and Udall were there in the area trying to get the rebound. Now Wagner with the jump shot, and it goes right in. Bounces around the rim a bit, then finally succumbs to gravity.
Succumbs to gravity. Gets the shooter's roll on that one. That was a Sir Isaac Newton shot, right?
And that is deflected and taken by Richardson, who gets the foul and the score now. Coming out of halftime, St. John's already starting strong. 4 points already. Minute 17 seconds in. Now 3-point play opportunity now for the Redskins.
Two minutes to go. They're on the Buffalo 40. Denver's on the Buffalo 40, down 4.
Richardson makes her lone free throw. 37-12 ball game now. St. John's up 25. Rebound there by Udall and gets it quickly to Wagner. Gets it down. Sundahl down the court and gets it in for the lay-in. St. John's not pumping the brakes now. Full gas.
They are definitely full throttle on this one. Ooh, that's a big hit.
It's a big hit, and Jones is now down on the floor.
You get hits like that when you just play hard. Nothing intentional about it. All right, Carson won 10-7.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Carson Thomas. I believe that he won Doc Wright in his weight class. So the 215, I believe.
One of the biggest wrestling tournaments in the state of Arizona.
It is a very tough tournament. So congratulations to Trace Nielsen, pinning in a little over a minute, and Carson Thomas for having to go the distance in a very tough weight class, winning 10-7. Great job.
Reese Crosby also placed second in the tournament.
Reese is tough. I believe Reese is a defending state champion as well.
He is, pinned a kid from Mogollon last year. Doc Wright has all sort of 6A Valley schools, like there's Basha, Hamilton, schools like that.
Yep. 2-minute warning in Denver, as the Bills still lead 27-23. First and 10 on the Buffalo 38 for Denver. They need to get a touchdown.
Even saw from a Doc Wright, Olympic wrestler and ASU legend Anthony Robles.
He was there again today. He coaches at Hamilton.
Morenci now trying to get some points past this St. John's defense. That three-point shot is missed, and Sundahl is there rushing to get the ball out of the Morenci player's hands after the rebound. Oh, and then Jones just swats Wagner's pass fully out of bounds.
Yeah, it was great hustle, running the court, running the floor like that, and able to get there to knock the pass out. Good hustle.
Olivia gets it into Udall on the pass, and Ivana couldn't come down with the rebound there. Ball slips out of Salazar's hands, but Guzzo is there. And now Wagner with the takeaway. Looks like Ivana got a hand on it too. Now Wagner with the jump shot. Misses it. Sundahl is right there. Sundahl misses the back-to-back. Oh, but she gets the ball back and gets it to Wagner. Now gets it. Olivia with the jump shot. Udall with the rebound. Olivia with the jump shot again, and that one finally goes in.
Yeah, that's great tenacity by the girls. I think I heard someone yell 3 seconds, but for the 3 seconds to be in effect, you have to have team control, and each time the ball is shot, you don't have team control.
Ball goes out of bounds. St. John's ball now. With a 29-point lead here in the third quarter. Just have not put on the brakes yet.
I don't think Coach Davis will. He is unloading on his bench, but every girl is expected to go out there and play hard and compete and score.
For the first time now, Libby Overson is in the game, number 25 for the Redskins. Olivia Richardson with the shot at the bottom of the post and the score. Now 31-point ball game. What does that mean?
Well, if we get to the fourth quarter and we're like this, it means we have a running clock. Right now, it means nothing.
Okay. Shot and foul. Salazar will shoot 2 on the line. Oh, nope. Randall Allen says that they will pass it in. Foul is on number 4, Lucy Sundahl, her second of the night. Salazar passes into Guzzo, gets it to Funari, and she gets the first points for the Wildcats almost halfway through this first quarter.
Yeah, it's a nice 18-foot jump shot.
And Rory gets fouled as she went up for the shot, but the shot still goes in, and she'll have opportunity here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, tough shot. Way to compete on that one.
That shot seemed inevitable to go into the basket. And that shot is nothing but net as it goes right in. It's like the Broncos are 3rd and 4 coming out of the 2-minute warning, down 4 against the Buffalo Bills. And that ball goes out of bounds. Sundahl was there to try to get the ball, but decides to let it go out of bounds. Keep going, or it will be St. John's possession. Susie Andrews enters the game for Lucy Sundahl. Looks like they got a first after a 6-yard scramble from Bo Nix, who in college was coached by ASU head coach Kenny Dillingham, who is his quarterback's coach at Oregon. Overson facing lots of defensive pressure, manages to keep a hold of the ball but is fouled.
Yeah, great job by Overson being strong with the ball and trying to step through the 2 defenders on a good pivot, and they commit the foul.
Morgan passing into Olivia. Back to Morgan.
We're down to about a minute left in Denver. Denver called their first timeout.
Richmond with the jump shot, misses it. Jones with the rebound.
I think Overson was benefited or not benefited by bad luck on that one, as it looked like the Morenci player just kind of tripped when she went for the ball, but it made it look like there was a foul. So Morenci gets to take the ball out underneath.
Morenci trying to pass the ball around. Jones can hang on to that one as Lee gets the rebound. And that's knocked down by Salazar, but Salazar is just looks like gets called for a reach foul there.
Oh. And a technical foul.
Oh. Something you don't see often.
Yeah, you try to avoid those as much as you can.
Looks like Ray Davis is subbing in Sage Platt, probably so she can shoot the free throws after the technical.
I think so. Because you can bring anyone in off the bench to shoot the technical fouls. And it looks like number 5 has committed her 5th foul.
Wow. That'll be the last time we see her tonight.
And a lot of frustration coming in there. Denver is up 29-27.
26-yard touchdown pass from Bo Nix. Buffalo with all 3 timeouts remaining.
The big question here, Kales, do you go for 1 or do you go for 2?
Looks like they went for 1 to make it a 3-point game.
Make it 3-point with 55 seconds left.
One's the best thing to do because in the NFL, pretty much a 50-yard field goal is a guarantee, so an extra point you'd think would be a guarantee. If you go for the 2 and miss it, all Buffalo needs to do is a field goal and win. Now, Buffalo does have a long-footed kicker in Matt Prater, previously held the NFL record for longest field goal for nearly a decade, 64-yarder.
So it looks like maybe we had a double technical foul because we have Morenci shooting 2. Looks like number 1 for St. John's. Probably got a technical foul. Probably, there's a little frustration going in there. Got fouled hard. Either said something or shoved, which committed a foul, technical foul. And now St. John's gets their technical foul shots.
Rory Knight will shoot 2 for the Redskins. So I think what kind of happened there was that Salazar fouled. Morgan celebrated the foul a bit too much, got called for the technical. Then Salazar celebrated the technical and was called for a technical.
Yeah. I bet you're right.
Is my understanding, at least, of what went down there. Knight makes both of her technicals, and St. John's will have the ball. Platt thinks about the 3-point shot and then decides to cut in for a bit of a closer shot. Misses it, and it goes off of the rim.
Yeah, it's
Richardson to pass him.
A pump fake is always good. Gets them off their feet, and you take a dribble and get a little bit better shot, and hopefully into rhythm.
Andrews takes a deep shot and gets the points for the Redskins. St. John's now with a 50 to 16 point lead, getting 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Three-point shot from Morenci is missed. Rebound by Andrus. Screen set by Overson. Richardson gets to Platt. Back to Richardson. Pressure from Guzzo, but Sage Platt is there to get the ball back for the Redskins. Overson with the shot and misses it off of the rim. Guzzo now with the ball for the Wildcats. Andrews there with the pressure to knock the ball out of Jones's hands for the rebound. Now Knight with the jump shot. She misses it and the ball goes out of bounds.
Oh, foul on Morenci.
Foul on Morenci.
Should put her on the line for 2.
Not sure what's happening here.
Well, they have to shoot 2 free throws, so you can't sub out on the first of 2 free throws. So, sitting it back down. If you've already made that mistake, most of the time you just let it go.
Platt makes the first. Charleston enters for Overson. Platt's second free throw rolls out of the rim. And then a shoving foul is called down in the paint after the rebound.
A little too much contact on that rebound. So it's the 5th foul on St. John's as well, so Morenci will now shoot 2 free throws.
Moreno to shoot 2 for the Morenci Wildcats. Makes the first.
We have the small student section over here to our right making noise, trying to help spur a missed free throw.
Second shot is up and missed, but a lane violation is called.
Yeah, the shooter can't leave that area until the ball hits the rim. Everyone else can leave on the release, but her and anyone who's behind the three-point line can't leave until it hits the rim.
Charleston with the jump shot, misses it off of the rim. Nye with the rebound and turns it over. Guzzo gets the ball for the Wildcats. Now a three-point shot from Morenci is missed.
Nice.
And then Guzzo gets the rebound and the score.
High off the glass for Guzzo.
Now three-point shot from Nye is missed. Jones with the rebound from Morenci.
Just a little short.
That ball is tipped out of bounds by Richardson.
It looks like they're saying she missed it.
So that pass sailed out of bounds. Didn't touch anyone. St. John's ball now. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter.
Nice
that
block.
shot is blocked. Charleston's shot is blocked. And then that pass goes way out of bounds from Morenci. Moreno just couldn't get to the ball quick enough. Oh, wow. Bills well within field goal range now.
Yeah, they're inside. They're about the 40-yard line, 30-yard line maybe. One timeout remaining for them. They just took a timeout.
And Andrus is fouled.
And you'll notice, Cal,
She will shoot 2.
the fouls. There's more fouls being called right now because after the double technical fouls, a little bit of rough play, the official's like, look, guys, let's get us back under control. We'll let you play again as soon as you guys take a breath and calm down. It's frustrating, though, as a fan and a player to see it because he's like, oh, let him play. But they're trying to keep the game from escalating and getting worse.
Andrus's first shot is made. Second shot is made also. Under 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Morenci trying to cut into this lead. And that pass goes out of bounds. Carter Hall couldn't hold on to the pass. Richardson now with the ball for the Redskins. Gets it to wide open Sage Ply. Gets it to Charleston down the paint. And that's blocked and taken away by Chloe Couts for the Morenci Wildcats, but Knight somehow comes away with it, and that will be the end of the third quarter. St. John's with the commanding 53-19 point lead, and now it's above 30 points. 30-point margin for the Redskins, and we'll have a running clock for the fourth quarter until there's 1 minute left to play.
We'll run through some highlights of the game during this intermission.
While we're up here, I'd like to thank Judge Michael Latham for putting it together and founding Lacey Team Productions. Thank Jared Winters for coming up here and setting up all the equipment for us and software. Sage Daly for operating the camera for us. And Paul Hancock for driving here from Winslow.
That's all I did. I just drove from Winslow.
And keeping the Bills game right here for us.
That's what I do best.
It's like the Bills were going for a touchdown instead of a field goal. But now it's 4th and 10, 16 seconds left. Denver calls their second timeout. Try to ice the kicker.
Like about a 50-yarder coming up.
Morenci starts the ball in the third quarter. Goes to a three-point shot, misses it. Knights are with the rebound, and Morenci players just trying to knock it out of Knights' hands. And 14 on foul on someone's 14. It's on Kaylee Wiggins for Morenci Wildcats. Field goal is good for the Bills, and it's tied at 30 apiece with 5 seconds left.
50 yards.
Bit of a high pass there. And jump ball is called. Nicole Wall is now in the game for the Redskins. Andrews gets it to Platt. Now Wall with the three-point shot. Gets it right in.
Instant points from Nicole Wall.
And that pass goes way out of bounds. Traveled all the way across the width of the court, it looks like. There's a foul on number 14, Aricela Salazar, for the Morenci Wildcats. And Lori Knight makes a three-point shot there for the Redskins. Now with a 40-point lead here, with 5:42 remaining in the game.
Morenci looks like they have some of their JV players in as well. Opportunity for a lot of kids to get in and play the game.
Jump ball will go Morenci's way. That shot is missed. Rebound by Knight. Pass from Platt goes out of bounds. Overson enters the game for Knight. And shoving foul is called on St. John's. Fouls on. Oh. Don't know. That foul's on number 25, Libby Overson. Like Allie Platt has now entered the game for the Redskins. Number 3. And Hadley Charleston will shoot 2 for the Redskins after a foul from number 4, Chloe Klaus. And the Bills-Broncos divisional game is going to overtime. Second free throw spins around the rim and is missed. And Overson knocks that pass right out of bounds. Morenci continuing to try to cut into this massive deficit. A double dribble is called on Jamie Turner, number 2 for.
She picked it up and then put it back down. It would have been a great fake if it was legal.
Andrus with the lay-in, bounces around a bit but gets through the net.
Yeah, big grin off of her face when she turned.
And a travel.
Yeah, kind of was hop skipping there for a second.
Now Andrus with the wide open lane. Just misses it. And Charleston goes down to try to get the rebound and fights with number 14, Salazar, for Wildcats. Jump ball is called. Possession arrow goes St. John's way. Andrus inbounds it to Overson, and she takes a three-point shot. Oh, it bounces off of the rim.
Just missed it.
Oh, and that shot is denied and deflected by Susie Andrus, and looks like she committed a foul in the progress. Turner will shoot too. Misses the first free throw. Second free throw is missed. Andrews tries to get the rebound, which slips through her hands. And then ball dribbles out of bounds as Overson was trying to control it.
Yeah, good effort by Overson. Just wasn't able to control it, knocked it out of bounds.
Morenci to inbound. Now Turner with a long 2-foot shot missed. Not 2-point shot is missed. Not 2 foot. It was at least 8 times that.
You meant a 2-foot shot being a set shot. That's what you meant.
Yeah.
Shooting it off of 2 feet instead of the 1-footed runner.
Andrews playing great defense, getting pressure on Turner, forces a jump ball. Now it goes St. John's way.
Yep, 38 seconds left, so.
St. John's will just try to probably see him. Charleston's shot is deflected and taken away by Morenci. And now 3-point shot for Wiggins is missed. And Turner tried to keep it in bounds, hit off the back of the backboard, and Stacey Gillespie rules it out of bounds. Good for him for knowing the rules as an official. And Charleston is fouled as she goes up with a shot.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a push from behind.
Charleston will shoot 2 with 11.5 seconds remaining. Seemed quite aggravated from that foul committed.
No, it was a 1st and 10 for Denver.
Oh, going for the Bills, eh?
Well, there's no Canadian teams, eh? They're the closest one to Canada, eh?
Yeah, it's like 10 miles.
Yes, sir.
Charleston makes both of her shots.
Got a good friend in Buffalo.
Josh Allen does deserve a chance to play in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I've never met Josh Allen, so he's not my good friend. But Calvin Shellman is.
And St. John's wins a bit of a close game and wins 63-19 here this Saturday evening at Vroheap Gymnasium. Now, previously, this game was going to be at 6, and then the boys' game would follow at 7:30. the boys' game was either canceled or postponed, so this game was moved up to 4:30. We're able to bring that to you. So that's all we have for tonight, folks. Thank Jared Winters for coming up here and setting everything up for us. Sage Daly for being our cameraman here. And Paul Hancock and Cale Hancock been talking to you. Yeah. And I believe the next game is Tuesday against Many Farms. And that's home, so we'll try to bring